Hey, I'm doing this video because there's so many channels out there that are pushing people to buy foreign tools, cheap tools. And all you're doing by doing that is you're supporting a foreign economy. I know the big argument that they'll make back is, oh no, they're being sold by an American. Well, that's only one small part of the entire life of the beginning of that tool till it finally gets to the seller, to the end user. A very small segment of it. It's not hard to buy quality tools. It's not hard to buy Snap-on tools. The key to buying a quality tool like Snap-on is simple. One, you got to be disciplined. If you're not disciplined, you're not going to make it in anything. Your financial situation will never improve. If you don't have discipline, you're going to fail at everything you do. That's just a cold, hard fact of life. The other thing is budget. Budget yourself. You don't have to go out and buy every tool in the Snap-on catalog on day one. Not required. Very few people could afford to do that. But then again, very few people can afford to go buy all the Icon tools at Hobo Freight. So, and they're cheap tools. Be disciplined, create a budget. If you're dealing with tool trucks, what you want to do is set yourself up so that whatever you buy, you can pay off in 10 weeks. 10 weeks. If you have that kind of discipline and you budget yourself that way, it won't be long before you have one hell of a nice set of Snap-on tools. Now, you're going to hear about all these old timers in the shop trying to push you away from the tool truck. Oh no, don't go to the tool truck, kid. Go down to Hobo Freight. Or buy this brand over here and that brand over there instead. You want to know why they're telling you that? I'll tell you exactly why. I came into the business in 1979. That's when I started turning wrenches for a living. That supported my family. I was lucky. I had guidance from a mechanic, and he put me right onto the Snap-on and told me, stay with Snap-on, don't go buying from every different tool truck. That's another mistake people make. They get on each truck and they start opening accounts, and before you know it, they're on that each truck as it comes in that week paying out money. Pick one truck, stay with one truck. I encourage you to go with Snap-on because Snap-on has the largest inventory of tools. They make the most tools of any tool vendor, and they're going to be there for you more than any other. Mac Tools, years ago when I started, was a pretty good company. Mac Tools is no longer the Mac Tools when I started back in 1979. The company's been sold off, now owned by Stanley, and Mac is now basically more than anything else a rebrand seller, just like Matco is a rebrand seller. Now Matco used to be aligned with an American tool manufacturer who would make all their wrenches and sockets. That company sold out. So a lot of their stuff is foreign made, but they've always been a rebrand company. The only thing Matco makes is toolboxes. Cornwell, you never seen a lot of Cornwell around when I started. Very rare would you see a Cornwell. Cornwell made awesome hard tools, hardline tools, which is your wrenches, your sockets, your pliers, and screwdrivers. But they've changed over the years too. Cornwell now, they're another rebrand company for the most part. So basically you have Matco, Mac, and Cornwell are just tool trucks with a lot of rebranded stuff. Does Snap-on rebrand some stuff? Yes. But about 85% of what in Snap-on's catalog is made by Snap-on. A good portion of the rebrand stuff sold by Snap-on is built to Snap-on specs. That's another thing they won't tell you in these other videos. All they want to say is, oh no, this is the exact same thing. Well, a lot of times it's not the exact same thing. Snap-on will request certain specs or specifications be met in the building of that product. So you may, while it looks the same, buying it from Snap-on, you may actually get a little bit better product. That happens a lot. Back to the old timers in the shop pushing you away from the tool trucks, they act like you're being your best friend. They're not. They could care less about you making it in the industry. You want to know why? Because the better you get, the more jobs you're going to get. The less jobs they're going to get. Because you're probably going to be a little faster than they are. Because you're newer, you're younger, your body's not beat up yet. They don't want you having tools like Snap-on or even from the other tool trucks, because these companies, and Snap-on in particular, have designed these tools over the year and refined them to make the job as easy as possible for you so that the tools can get the job done. They'll stand up to the daily use. That old timer doesn't want that kind of competition from you. Again, he's going to put it under the guise of, oh no, I'm saving you, kid. Don't waste your money on Snap-on. He's just pulling your leg because he doesn't want to compete with you. Again, discipline and a budget. If you do those two things and you go by that, pay it off within 10 weeks, and that's within 10. You don't have to pay everything off at 10 weeks. You can pay it off sooner. Within 3 to 4 years out at the most, you will have one hell of a set of Snap-on tools that will compete with the best old-timers in the shop. And guess what you don't have to do after that 3 to 4 years? You don't have to buy them tools again because you already bought them and paid for them. So it's not hard. And don't let these people fool you. Don't let all these YouTubers pushing all these foreign-made tools fool you. You know, my wife used to work for General Electric. She handled multi-million-dollar accounts and even billion-dollar accounts and accounts payable. Well, General Electric decided that they were going to move their operation overseas. So one day, everybody where my wife worked got a notice that, hey, on this date, we're shutting down here. Y'all going to need to find a new job. And they moved it all overseas. So that's an office job. So don't think it can't happen to you in other jobs. It can. Stop and think about it. Start supporting American companies. Stop supporting these foreign companies. You can buy these tools without driving yourself into bankruptcy. It's easy. Discipline and budget. I hope this helps.